I think this is a big deal. Breitling has debuted a new model with a new in-house three-hand caliber. I think it has very sharp presence, nice details, a great bracelet, a sliding quick adjustment clasp. I think this is a Breitling that will appeal to a wider range of people, especially newer watch collectors or ones who never really jived with Breitling's larger, shinier models that had ETA or Sellita-based movements. Thanks to Saltzman's Watches in Rhode Island for lending in this brand new release. Saltzman's is a Breitling authorized dealer. I've worked with them for years. They're awesome. I've bought from them many times. They have a discount code for my viewers, which I've linked in the description. If you're shopping Breitling, Tag Heuer, Hamilton, any of the brands that they carry, I definitely recommend Saltzman's. Now, I think the biggest aspect of this new watch, it has to be the caliber, the new in-house movement. Breitling has developed an all-new design that I find quite impressive. It's a movement that they will eventually roll out into all the three-hand models that currently use Kinesi or Sellita movements. Now, it took Breitling 4 years of development, of testing, of refinement to create this B31 caliber. And the nice thing is it's only 4.8 millimeters tall, which I think is excellent. That will allow Breitling to make a little bit thinner models than they otherwise could using Kinesi three-hand movements. So for comparison, the Kinesi made B20 is 6.5 millimeters tall. That's just the movement. This top time with the bubble crystal and the B31 inside measures in at only 10.3 millimeters in total height. So this movement has a free sprung balance. It has variable inertia regulation. It has a 4 hertz beat frequency. It has 78 hours of power reserve, which is just a little bit more than what I consider the unofficial industry standard of 70 hours and more than double that of an ETA 2824. Now, this is what I think sets it apart from some of the competition like Tudor with their Kinesi-made movements. It's the traditional finishing. Most brands making in-house movements at attainable pricing, they just can't finish the movements like this. Kinesi, it's mostly blasted for an industrial look, some spiral brushing here and there. Oris, with their in-house movements, their caliber 400, has a very similar tooly feel with brushing and blasting. Christopher Ward, they show off with striking complications or dial-mounted balances, but again, it's all coated, brushed, or blasted with a few areas of polishing. The same goes for Yema. Most brands, again, at sub $6,000, they're either offering amazing specs, a great price, or great finishing. Very few can offer all three, and I think Breitling's done a pretty good job of doing great specs, a solid price, and very tasteful finishing. To my memory, Nomos Glashütte is the only other brand that I can think of at a similar or lower price that opts for this Breitling route of traditional finishing, great specs. And this movement boasts Côtes de Genève, purling, anglage. This B31 has black polished screws as opposed to heat blued screws, and so I think it's a very good looking in-house caliber. I love the fact that this is chronometer certified, like all Breitling are. And I love the fact that Breitling skeletonized this movement so that we can see more of the main plate and the finish work. In my opinion, this watch, this model, this movement, it competes more with Omega, who use beautifully finished ETA movements that are made especially for the brand. This competes more with IWC, who always take a lot of pride in finishing their in-house movements. So this B31 is thin, it's accurate, it's shock resistant, it's sharp to look at, it has a long power reserve. Developing this movement was a massive positive for Breitling. I think this will change opinions of the brand that some have for the better. Now, I know Breitling is preparing a refresh of a popular model later this year that will feature this B31 movement, and I can't wait for it to be released. I can't wait to see this caliber show up in other Breitlings and just add to the value proposition that the brand is developing. But enough about the new movement. Let's talk about this design, this new model for the Top Time line. This is clean, simple, with a little color. I like the B logo applied to the dial. I like that the lugs angle up above this bezel base and how the end links of the bracelet sit just below the side profile of the lugs. This creates some good visual interest. It breaks up the form and the transition. I like that the crown is properly sized. It's also signed with the old school B logo. The crown is not too large, it's not too small, it's easy to operate. The crystal is bubble shaped and it boasts anti-reflective coatings on both sides. I also like the inclusion of the Cyclops. I know that can be a divisive aspect for some watch collectors, but this one is not too tall. It's more square in form with rounded corners, and it magnifies the date nicely. Now this bracelet tapers, it has full link articulation, screw pin connectors, and it has Breitling's newest milled clasp design with the sliding quick adjustment system, and I really love seeing that. A lot of you know I'm a big bracelet fan, and this watch just it looks great on the bracelet. I do think it's versatile. I do think it looks good on other options, but I really like seeing it on this professional bracelet. Overall, the Top Time B31 is thin, it's sharp, it's legible, it wears well. I like how flat it sits on my 7.25-inch wrist, and I think it wears more like a 39mm watch in my opinion. It wears comfortably. Now, the only thing I'm not that enthused about are the PCLs or polished center links in the bracelet. I think these will attract a lot of scratches, scuffs, hairlines, and smudges as you use this as a daily driver, because this is a daily driver type of watch. Other than that, very solid release. I think this will attract new buyers for the brand. It's priced at $5,900 full retail on a bracelet or $5,600 on a leather strap, and it's available in green and blue in addition to this off-white. And again, I recommend Saltzman's watches in Rhode Island. They've always taken great care of me. Nice discounts whenever I've worked with this AD. Now, let me know what you think about this release, and specifically what you think about Breitling developing an all-new 3-hand caliber. Which models do you hope that it appears in next? Thanks for watching.